told them that the deal is we'll do something for the rare earth and some oil, etc., and that'll be all right. And they agreed to it more or less. And then Scott Bessent actually went there and was treated rather rudely because essentially they told him no, and Zelensky was sleeping and unavailable to meet him. What's up?
Mr. President, the TikTok deal, any developments
No,
there?
there's a lot of people interested in TikTok, and I think we have a chance of doing something good. And we'll be speaking to China about that also, because they're a party to it, obviously. But it would be great to keep TikTok alive, sell it to somebody that's going to do a great job with it.
Gaza, do you find the Egyptian proposal to redevelop Gaza acceptable?
I haven't seen it. When I see it, I'll let you know.
So earlier today, Ukraine, you said today that you had a deal on critical minerals and Ukraine broke it.
Yeah, we had a deal where we were going to get... Look, you have to understand, Europe is being paid back the money that they put up, and they're only putting up a fraction of what we're putting up. I think they're in for $100 billion, and we're in for $350 billion. There's no reason that should have happened. It's Biden's fault. He shouldn't have allowed that to happen. But on top of it all, they're getting their $100 billion back, and we're not. And I've been talking about this for 2 years. I said, you have to loan them the money so that if things work out, they're going to pay you back. And they didn't do that. So Biden didn't do it. It's his fault. Nobody's ever seen anything so stupid. So Europe gets their money back, and they're only in for a small fraction. And obviously, everything's important, but it's more important for them because they're right next to Russia. So it's more important that we have an ocean in between us. So it's obviously more important in the European countries than it is to the U.S. But here's the thing. We don't get our money back. And we told them that the deal is we'll do something for the rare earth and some oil, etc., and that'll be all right. And they agreed to it more or less. And then Scott Bessent actually went there and was treated rather rudely because essentially they told him no, and Zelensky was sleeping and unavailable to meet him. He traveled many hours on the train, which is a dangerous trip. And we're talking about the Secretary of the Treasury. He went there to get a document signed. And when he got there, he came back empty. They wouldn't sign the document. But for Europe, they pay back their money. It's a loan. Think of that. And we should have had a loan too. But we had an administration that was incompetent. But it's time for elections, and it's also time to find out what happened with all the money. Because he made the statement that half of it he doesn't know where it is, or something like that. And I'd like to find out all the money that we've been sending to Ukraine, where is it? And I can tell you we're doing very well with Russia. We're going to do something with Russia that he was unable to do. We can make a deal with Russia to stop the killing of, potentially additional millions of people. I think the Russians want to see the war end, and I do. I really do. But I think they have the cards a little bit because, they've taken a lot of territory. So they have the cards.
So, eventually you would like to meet with President Xi. But,
I have a very good relationship with President Xi. I think a great relationship with President Xi. But remember, he loves China, and I love the USA. So, right there's a little bit of competitiveness. But the relationship I have with President Xi is, I would say, a great one. It was obviously hurt by COVID coming in. It hurt them, hurt us, hurt everybody, hurt the whole world. But outside of that, I have a very, very good relationship with President Xi.
Are you looking to
I think he's a very unique person.
Would you make a new trade deal with China? I mean,
It's
that
possible.
one trade deal never really got.
It's possible. Well, we did a great trade deal with China. We did it great for the farmers, great for manufacturers.
We haven't brought up Greenland in a while. Are you
No. We need Greenland from the standpoint of national security and international security. We we have to do something with Greenland. We have to protect Greenland. But we need it for national security, and we need it, maybe more importantly, for international security.
All right, we'll just do one more.
Can I just follow up? Are you seeing it as part of any of the discussions you're having with Europeans and Putin in some sort of peace deal?
No, we have to have Greenland because of the national security picture. Even more so now than it would have been 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when they talked about it then too.